Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Smith going to look to throw right away. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Bullock. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Emmitt Smith, 33 yards. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Oh, a costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Here's Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Now Smith. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Smith. Touchdown, Falcons! Emmitt Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 58 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw is Smith. Open man there is Darnell Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now Geno on first down. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So
no, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Falcons grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Smith will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. How about that? Their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this 35-0 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. First half in the book. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They'll start by running the option to the right. Now he's loose again. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their mobile, agile quarterback. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hester to return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Geno now to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
On second down, here's Smith. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now a toss right to Smith. He'll take this to the 46. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Samuel. He can't get him down. And a juke this time. And that is going to work out just fine. The defense caught leaning the other way. The reverse works for good yardage and a first down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Emmitt Smith tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's Smith now on second down. Quick slant caught by Chase. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Now Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. Down to the 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Quick throw there is incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing is Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on second down is Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He may go. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even 1 score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Smith now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. One last throw here for Smith. Open man is Andre Reed, complete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.